Hey there. So good to be here and talk with you today about something fun, and that is driving on icy roads. I'm here in Bend, Oregon, where the roads are incredibly icy, and they're icy for all sorts of reasons. You know that when you don't clear the snow off the roads, that the ice stays around. But anyway, I want to talk to you about how driving on icy roads is just the same as having great sex. And I've got 4 reasons that that's true, and 4 tips about what to do in order to have great sex that you can also use when you're driving on icy roads. So I'm a grandma, as you well know, and that means that I'm not a fast driver. We have this new car, and my beloved Jim loves to drive it faster than I like. So I spend a lot of time kind of freaking out in the car, even though he's an excellent driver, but I'm a slow driver. And the first tip that I'm going to give you is to slow down. Now, that may seem logical since I'm a grandma that I would always be slowing you down, but in icy conditions or on icy roads, it's really important to slow down. They used to say in Minnesota, don't drive any faster than you can afford to hit something. I don't know if that's true, but slowing down when you're on an icy road or in an icy road situation is really helpful and important. And this is important for great sex as well. So often we just rush through sex and we don't understand or see how our partner is responding. We tend to kind of try to get it over with because we're not enjoying it that much. So slow down your sex so that you can really connect with each other and have more pleasure in the long run. You know that the national numbers around the number of minutes or seconds that people spend having sex, it's 5 to 7 minutes per episode for heterosexual couples in the US, which is not long enough for the woman in that situation to have any kind of real response to the sex that's pleasurable for her. So slow down. I feel like I say this all the time, slow down your sex. It doesn't mean it has to be boring. It doesn't mean that the sex, that you can't have active, vigorous sex, but give yourselves time to have connection as part of the sex. And when you're on icy roads, slow down. Number 2, keep a soft grip on the steering wheel when you're driving on icy roads, but make sure you're looking ahead to where you're going. So when you are gripping the steering wheel tightly when you're driving on ice, you're kind of like likely to overcorrect on the road. When you maybe slip a little bit, your hands are going to transmit this like tension into the car, which is more likely to make you slide. This is one of the reasons that people who, quote, hate winter driving oftentimes end up sliding, or maybe sliding in, getting into a snowbank, something like that, because they're gripping the steering wheel so tightly that they're ending up like overcorrecting in a moment when there's naturally going to be moments when you slide, right? Or at least a little bit lose your traction. I drive this ancient Jeep with studded 4-wheel drive winter tires, so it doesn't tend to slide that much. But when you're doing your driving, please hold onto the steering wheel with a lighter touch so that you don't overcorrect. And this is true for sex as well. We tend to have these high expectations for sex, and it's almost like gripping that steering wheel and really wanting to power through. This is often true for my male clients who want to make their partner come. They're going to do it no matter what. They're going to count the orgasms. They're going to or hope to count the orgasms, or hope that she has an orgasm. What that ends up doing is it causes her to feel a lot of pressure, and it keeps her from being able to be fluid in her response to you. So don't grip it too tightly, if you know what I mean. Let her flow with you. Allow her to be responsive to you the way you would gently be responsive on an icy road. The third thing is to pull over if it's not going well. So on a road, when it's too icy, it's too snowy, sometimes it's just okay to stop, because you're going to slide, or if you are sliding, you need to kind of calibrate your expectations for the day. Maybe it's time to, I don't know, get out, have somebody come help you. I don't know. But sometimes it's good to just stop and pull over if it's unsafe. And this is also true in sex. When it's not going well, you don't have to keep going. Just stop and do something else. Maybe cuddle, think about it, talk about it later, call me. if you want to talk about how these things are going, but don't necessarily power through when the sex doesn't feel good. For example, if you're a woman who's having painful sex, please stop. Don't do that to your body. Don't just like kind of forge through. It's like getting a root canal and having the anesthesia wear off and having your doctor say, shall we just keep going? No, we don't keep going. We stop. When things aren't going well, stop and reevaluate your situation and just to let it be okay and good enough for right now. And the final thing is to make sure the conditions feel safe before you head out. So if you're going to go to Costco, which I'm constantly at Costco, if you're going to go somewhere, make sure that it's really safe on the roads before you take off in your car. Sometimes we just, decide to be cowboys about it. Like we're going to do it. We need to get, the big bag of almonds or whatever it is over at Costco that you've just got to have. Honestly, you probably do without whatever it is that you need at the store. There may be emergencies when you have to go, but in most cases, it's good to wait until it feels, of course, it's important and crucial to wait until it's safe to go. And this is true for sex too. So if you don't feel like the conditions are right for you to have sex this time, don't do it. Follow your intuition and take care of yourself as you're thinking about having sex. Make sure that you feel safe, that your partner feels safe, that your bodies feel comfortable before you engage. And if that's not happening for you for whatever reason, I would love it if you get on a call with me and I'd be happy to help you with that. So I will be talking with you again next week after the Christmas holiday. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and see you next week. Bye-bye.